Hey, you're watching Half Asian Tarot Queen. I am Lisa, and here to do another reading. It's kind of like we're smack dab in the middle of the holidays when it seems like everything comes to the surface. It's like a big transformative moment. Okay, so this is what I got. Starting with the Mystical Shaman, we got Thunder. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seer. So this speaks to big transformative moments. You know, it's just like thunder claps, and then like, it's just sort of like a reality check where like you have to deal with the consequences, and it happens in an instant. And then this speaks to like following your inner guidance, and that being there to sort of like help move through this moment. Underneath that, we have this blade climaxing at this full moon. So it's like a truth, like a reality check, and we have the drum, which is kind of like this universal rhythm. So it's like something is happening in divine timing. We're having to come into alignment with the truth. It's like a profound reality check, and it's just like you can't kick the can down the road anymore. Like it just has to be like dealt with. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the angels and ancestors and see what we have coming through here, because I think this transformative moment has been, you know, in process for a while. It's just like you have this grand spark where you like know something has to happen, but then it's almost like you kind of get hit with the reality check, and then this is what's coming to me. And then it's just like there's like a gap between where you are now and where you need to go. And so it's like you get hit with the reality check, but then you have to go through the day-to-day drudgery of like walking to meet the other side, you know? And so it's just sort of like, I think we've already gotten hit with the reality check, but now we have to like take, you know, put one foot in front of the other and be walking towards, you know, walking through the gap towards where we need to go. And so let's see what we got from the angels and ancestors, because I think they're watching over us and helping us figure this out. Okay. So we got Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. What's interesting is that there's these apples here, and it kind of reminds me of Adam and Eve, where it's like Eve takes the bite out of the apple that she's not supposed to bite, and then like this whole chain of events happens. So it's just sort of like, I don't know why that's coming through with this, because it's like enjoy growth and reap rewards, but it's just sort of like almost like there might be consequences for that growth. Like you might get kicked out of the Garden of Eden, you know, like that could happen. Like I don't know why that's coming through, but that's then we have Fire Guardian, ignite your passions. So I mean, I'm almost getting from this combination of constellation of cards that it's like, it's almost like the ancestors are saying like, look, sometimes you gotta put yourself first, and the consequences are gonna be what they are. And that's, that's kind of what's coming through, you know, like sometimes there's not really an easy solution to a situation, and it's bigger than you, and it's more than you can really take on yourself, you know? So at that point, you kind of almost have to like do what you need to do for yourself, and then trust that the rest is going to work out how it's meant to, because you can only do so much, right? That's kind of the message that's coming through here. Okay, so I'm going to go with this first. Sacred Forest. I'm gonna pick a card here and see what we get. Unicorn Power. Okay, we got Earth, Spirit, Stability, and we got Bluebell Fairy, Gratitude. Wow. So it's like a combination of two things. It's sort of like really having to align yourself with a situation that's going to be stable. And then also like, I mean, which I think is in a sense in alignment with the whole reality check thing. Like, reality check is an invitation to, like, you know, shift your priorities to come into alignment with something that's stable, you know? And then we have gratitude, which is sort of like, I mean, gratitude is all about like opening yourself up to the blessings that are always around us, you know? But it's almost like you need to like be open, you know? So it's like, it's almost like you need to like be realistic about what's going to be a stable situation. And then you need to be open to what comes forward and go from there. But it's like, don't forget about your passions. Don't put the oxygen mask on yourself before helping others, because there's like a big shift that's happening and it's bigger than you, and you kind of have to give it up to God or give it up to the divine, because it's like more than one person can really handle. So it's just like you have to, like, you know, work with and start with yourself and go out from there, and just, you know, you're gonna have to have faith and trust that things are gonna work out. Okay, so when I did a split, I feel like I almost got the same split like before in another reading, but we got the Two of Swords and we got the Wheel of Fortune. So something which has been stuck for a long time, it's about to shift, like big shift, big, massive shift. All right, so we're gonna go to the Transient Light Tarot. Okay, so the bottom of the deck we have the Chariot. So it's just like being in command of the situation, like reining in your power, you know, being in command of your internal energy, the light and the dark, and moving forward. Like there's movement here. Like, and then we have Temperance, the Seven of Vessels, and then we have the Nurturer. So what I'm getting is Temperance. This is like speaks to alchemy. Like we're mixing, there's like a bunch of emotions that are like kind of being balanced here. And, you know, and we're having to bring into balance these light and dark energies. And, you know, this is kind of about moving forward from a centered place. Like you've done the inner work and contemplated. It's like you're not just acting out of emotions and from a rash place. Like you're thoughtfully moving through this energy. And then we have the Seven of Vessels. So there's going to be like all these different options, you know. There's all these different blessings. And some of them are going to be like better than others, you know. So, you know, like there's one that's like a key, which is interesting because that's really come through on some readings leading up to this. But we also have snakes. We have jewels, blessings. We have flowers, you know. I mean, there's some that are kind of booby traps, you know. So it's really important to come from a centered place, to follow your guidance as you move, you know, from where we are to where we need to be. And then this is going to lead to, this is the Empress, a birth. Look at that pearl. So there is going to be like a birth of something, a new era that's going to come out of this. But it's going to be like, I just thought of Rocky Road, like the ice cream. Like the road's going to be rocky. But like it's time. It's like there's been all this preparation and it's time to make, you know, the movement. So it's going to have to happen now. Like the signs are saying that it's time for it to happen. Okay, I'm going to the Rose Oracle. I'm just going to do a split here. Okay, it says, come to me, attracting like a rose, receive abundance, desires. This is a theme that I think has been coming up, you know, like it's time to reap the rewards. Oh my gosh, when I picked that up, we just got this guardian angel. You are not alone. You are being guided. And then we have the anointed. Answer the call, leadership, empowerment, soul gifts. So, yeah. It's like, it's not gonna be easy, but it's time to move forward. There is guidance here. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but it is here. So one step at a time. Don't get ahead of yourself. Like this is obviously a big task. The ancestors, the universe believes that you're up to the challenge, but you're going to have to call on them for help because this is bigger than It's like a hero's journey. A hero's journey starts with a single step, starting now. But that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Actually, hero's journeys are like really known for not, but it's going to lead to like some profound development, and it's meant to happen. So have faith, step forward, one step at a time.